Hello class, today I will be discussing voir dire and peremptory strikes and how these are key components to a fair trial. The Sixth Amendment guarantees a citizen's right to a fair trial. A fair trial is built on three principles: the presumption of innocence, the burden of proof, and the standard of proof beyond reasonable doubt. According to Johnson 2015, these three principles require at least two components. One, legal instructions that accurately communicate the principles to a jury, and two, jurors who are willing and able to follow those instructions. However, some issues with these requirements may occur. One of the issues is jurors may not understand the instructions that are given. For instance, one study showed that 50% of prospective jurors believed that it was the defendant who had to prove his innocence. The same study showed that 49.9% of people who had previous jury experience agreed that defendants had to prove their innocence. Despite some of the jurors not understanding the law, there are also jurors unwilling to follow the law. That is where voir dire comes into play. Johnson 2015 explains, during the voir dire process, the entire jury panel is placed under oath and asked a series of questions. The answers to these questions inform the parties' motions and the trial court's decision to strike individuals from the panel for cause if they're unable or appear to be unable to serve as competent, impartial jurors. There is no limit to jurors who may be excluded for cause. However, each side of the panel gets an equal number of peremptory strikes. The parties may employ a peremptory strike to eliminate a prospective juror for any reason at all, except for the prospective juror's race or gender. It is up to the judge's discretion to remove jurors for cause. I believe voir dire is effective and could point out jurors' unintended biases by lawyers asking about personal experiences. However, some legal scholars and psychologists believe that voir dire of a prospective juror in front of an entire panel is less valuable at recognizing juror biases because jurors are less likely to acknowledge their biases in front of others, preferring to present themselves in a socially desirable light before a group. Nobody likes to admit that they are biased. There are several things to increase the effectiveness of voir dire. Professor Paul Barwar implies the skills of jury selection are, frankly, making an opening presentation about what jury selection is. Number two, its ability to ask open-ended questions both of individuals but to a group as a whole, that as you get information about your jurors that you want to follow up, to go deep into to get more detail, to find out more about their experiences, and then similarly to make decisions about peremptories or challenges for a cause, rather or not you believe the person is fair, and rather or not you got enough to feel confident they are at least a midway point with you and move on. And that includes my discussion for today. Thank you.